All right, we're going to get ready to do a little bit of math right now. We have been talking about our solid shapes, and you've been doing a great job on that. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to really talk about how we can see those solid shapes in the real world, okay? And we're going to talk about that today. All right, so let's just do a quick review of our solid shapes. All right, so we know that this is a cube. Very good. A cube does not roll. It does stack, and it can slide, right? Okay, we know all these. We're just going to review them. All right. A cone. It is a solid. It does have the point. It does roll, right? It does roll, but it rolls around and around and around. It does slide because it has that flat surface, just like the cube does. But can I stack cubes on top of cubes? Mrs. Rooney, can I stack cones on top of cones? No, I cannot. They'll fall off, right, because of that point. Very good. All right. But I can stack a cone on top of a cube because it has a flat side. Good. All right. Let's take a look at our sphere. Okay, so we know a sphere is a solid. It rolls. It rolls. It does not slide. And we know that you cannot stack two on top of each other, right? And you can't stack this on top of other things because it will roll off. Very good. Okay. Now, our cylinder. Okay, our cylinder. Our cylinder can roll. It can slide because it has that flat side, and it can stack because it has that flat side, right? Okay. So now we've been talking about these solids, right? But now we're going to talk about them in the real world, okay? If I have a sphere, I might see a sphere on a necklace, like the beads on a necklace. I might see it in a fruit bowl with my oranges, right? Okay. Can you think about where you see a sphere? Maybe a ball at the playground, okay? Those are real world things where you're going to see a sphere. You're not always going to see a sphere from math class, okay? These are real world ones that you're going to see out there, all right? How about a cube? Cormac just saw one yesterday in a birthday present, okay? Or actually on Monday, sorry, on Monday. All right, so, or you might see a box being delivered. A lot of houses are getting deliveries right now, right? So you see boxes out there, okay? These are cubes. Those are real world cubes. They're not all going to look like Mrs. Rooney's little wooden block. Now, you might have blocks in your house that look like cubes, or a Lego that's a 4x4. And I know my lingo for Lego because of Cormac, a 4x4. That looks like a cube too. Those are real world examples of cubes. They're not always going to look like these little math shapes, okay? A cylinder. If you help mom or dad unpack groceries from the food store and you unpack a can of corn, you're unpacking a cylinder. We don't really say, hey, can I have a cylinder of corn? You say, hand me the can of corn, right? Those cans that we see, soda cans, cans with lemonade in them, those are real world examples of a can. We don't walk around saying, hey, can I have that cylinder? We say, hey, can I have a can? Those are real world examples of them, okay? All right, and how about a cone? All right, this one's a little trickier because a lot of times you might see it at a party, right? A party hat, see, a little teeny tiny party hat. Or a lot of times, my favorite real world example of a cone is an ice cream cone. When I'm in the ice cream store, I'm not thinking to myself, oh, that looks like my cone from math class. I'm thinking, I'm looking forward to that ice cream cone. So when we really see these solids in the real world, that's where we really apply what we know about them. Would I ever try to stack an ice cream cone on top of another ice cream cone? Wouldn't work. But in my cabinet, can I stack cans on top of each other? Sure can. I could put those cans of corn and black beans and whatever else I have in a can, I can put those on top of each other. Can I stack my oranges up on the counter? Nope, because they'll all roll all over the place. Can I put them in a bowl and keep them all together? Sure, but that's not really stacking them because I have to keep the bowl around them. So if I try to stack all my balls together, that's not going to work either, is it? Okay. Now, can the delivery man put a couple of boxes on my front porch and pile them up? Sure can, because I can stack them, okay? So those are real world, and it's important to understand if you're dealing with a bunch of cubes or boxes, you can stack them because of those flat sides. You're never going to stack an ice cream cone on top of another ice cream cone because you know you can't stack them and they're going to fall, right? Okay, so it's really important to take what we know about these solid shapes and apply them in the real world. We don't really think about it until you try to stack an ice cream cone on top of one and you're going to be like, oh, I remember Mrs. Rooney taught us cones can't stack, so I shouldn't do this, right? Because someone's going to be really sad when that ice cream cone goes over. I know I would be. All right, so today what we're going to do is we're going to look at real world things and look for those matching shapes, okay? So let's take a look at our picture. All right, there's a parade going on, right? Okay. What part of the musician's uniform is on his head? What part is on his head? His hat is, right? Think about our solid shapes. Which solid does his hat really look like? Well, let's take an example. Does it look like a party hat? I'll put it on this side. Does it look like a party hat? No. Look like a cube? No. A sphere? No. A cylinder. Very good. Let's circle the cylinders that we see. So all of these musicians, their hats look like cylinders, right? All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cylinders that are just the hats right now, okay? Now, is there another part on the musician that looks like a cylinder? Let's look at these two back here. Is there another part that looks like a cylinder? His drums, very good. Those drums look like cylinders. Okay. All right, let's now take a look. What kind of stand is this over here? It looks like an ice cream stand. Very good. Let's take a look at what they're serving up. What are they serving up? Ice cream cones. Do you see one of our solids here? I do too. I see the cones. So let's circle those cones, okay? All right, good. So we found real life examples of cones right there with our ice creams. Okay, how about what's right near the dog? What's right near the dog? Ah, a ball. Which of our solids looks like a real life ball? Were you going to say a sphere? You are correct. Let's circle that. It looks like a sphere. Very good. All right, let's just look for one more. I know there are a lot on this page, but let's take a look. What is the girl holding over here? What is she holding? Looks like maybe she went to the store or something, or maybe she's moving something. Let's look at this in her hand. It's a box. Very good. Okay. What solid does that box make you really think of? Were you going to say a cube? Then you are correct. I would circle the cube. All right. Now let's go ahead and let's turn the page. Oop, and I'm going to try to do this. So I'm taping it up here so you can see it a little bit better, but then, yikes, yikes, yikes. All right, let's see if I can get it to stick again for me. All right, let's take a look at number 1 in the blue circle. All right, this is a Jack in the box, right? Okay. Which is the matching shape to that Jack in the Box? Very good. It's the cube, right? Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to look at it. I'm going to pause it while you choose your answer, and then you can check it to mine, okay? All right, so we have a soccer ball here, okay? We know that it rolls. What else does it do? It doesn't slide and it doesn't stack. So let's compare it to each of these shapes in this row. Can you find the matching shape to that soccer ball? Something else that rolls but doesn't stack and doesn't slide. Very good. Did you choose the sphere? Good. All right. Number 3 in the blue circle. Let's take, I see these pretty flowers, but they're pointing at the vase. Which is the matching shape in this row to the vase? What shape does that vase look like to you? Does it look like a cube? No. Does it look like a sphere? No. Does it look like a cylinder? Yes, it does. But the only difference is they just put it on its side. But if I turn this cylinder and I turn it up like that, does it look like the vase? It sure does. So it's going to be the cylinder. Good job. All right, my friends, I am going to let you do this page by yourself, okay? So go ahead right now and do number 4, 5, and 6 the exact same way. Hold on, friends. All right, my friends. Sorry about that. I had to stop for a second. Okay, so you are going to work on this page on your own. You're going to take a look at each shape at the beginning, each object. You're going to think about it to yourself, and you're going to circle the matching shape in each row, okay? I'm going to let you go ahead and work on that. All right. I'm going to pause, and you are going to go ahead and fill in your answers. All right, let's go ahead and check together. So the recycle can is shaped like a cylinder. The sun is shaped like a sphere. And the pool is shaped like a cylinder. Very good. Again, though, what they did is they took that cylinder and turned it on its side. If I turn it, is it still shaped like the pool? Yes, it is. It's a little bit taller, but it's shaped like the pool. All right, good job. All right, on this back page, you're going to take a look at the pictures, okay? And you are going to, and I'm going to put it down like this so you can see. You're going to take a look at each of the picture, on the picture. If you have the cube, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to color all the cubes. Can you see my cube there? There you go. I'm going to put it right here so you can see. You're going to color the cubes yellow. You're going to color the cones red. You're going to color the spheres, just make sure that stays there, the spheres blue, and you are going to color the cylinders orange, okay? So you may look at your paper. I'm going to do mine while you're doing yours so you can check it in just a minute. But you're going to look at this page right here, okay? And you're going to look at all the parts that are white. If it's a cube, you're going to color it yellow. If it's a cone, you're going to color it red. If it's a sphere, you're going to color it blue. And if it's a cylinder, you're going to color it orange, okay? So I'm going to let you go ahead and work on your paper. And I'm going to work on mine. And then you can check yours to mine. Okay, and if you are still working, that is absolutely fine. Okay, I'm still working on mine as well. Okay, I'm going to hold mine up so friends can check their work. If you are not finished, that is fine. You may go ahead and finish. I'm just going to put mine up for a second so friends can see mine. Okay. And then you can check yours to mine when you are finished. And then you also can continue looking right there for those colors, okay? And you can pause it so you can do that, and then you can go ahead. And what I'm going to do is you can pause here so you can keep those colors on, and then I'm going to go ahead and restart so friends can check theirs, okay? All right, so you pause here to keep those colors up. All right, and you can go ahead and check your work. I had 2 cones up here. I had those 3 cylinders. I had a big cube there, all to make the castle. She's blowing bubbles, which are my spheres, which were blue. My cooler was a cube, so I made it yellow. My cups were cylinders, so I colored them orange. Very good. And don't forget the ice cubes. They are cubes. All right, my friends. Great job with solid shapes today, finding them in real world pictures. All right, good job, friends.